Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Farah and me and my team today is going to present you about the project that we have worked on for this subject, which is vendor management system. So with this, we would like to introduce on our client, which is Sambalnet. All right. So Sambalnet, this business has come and approached us in order to assist them in developing their own system. All right. So before we proceed, I would like to introduce on the teams involved in this project development. So we have 4 people on board. We have Helmi, we have Amirul Hakim, we have Syazwani, and me myself, Farah. So in this presentation, we're going to present you about the overview of this project, which consists of like the interface of this project, the diagram that we have created, and how all the components somehow works. And we will also proceed with the live demo in order for our presentees to understand more about what are we doing over here. All right, so we will to start, I would like to explain about the client background. So client background is Sambanya is a company that focusing on the food production. So basically, they're just producing foods. Is some kind of instant food, and it was packaged. And this company is trying to like expanding their business all over the country. So this food is somehow distributed all over the country in the packaging. So this production of sambal, of course, because it was produced in a mass, so it took a lot of ingredients in a lot of items in order to produce a one single unit to the consumer. So in this is how we came to the image of the picture of the customer, where we help them in organizing their system we help them in organizing the business in a more better ways by having a appropriate system. All right. So this business and main activity mostly focusing on the internal activities, which is such as handling product and ingredients, managing vendors' activities, manage contract like those related with the vendors as well, managing purchase orders, and monitoring business.
All right, thank you, Farah. So we'll continue with our team objective. So the first one is assist the clients in transitioning from all manual ways into a one appropriate system for business and staff usability. As we are aware of this company's contract, sales, and vendor data are stored in the physical files, which is inefficient because they must search through cabinets to locate a single file. In our system, we have offered a real-time monitoring system so the employees are better informed of contract expiration and procurement progress. All right, I will continue with a goal diagram. So in our goal diagram, we have like 5 module, which is the G1.1 is include authentication in order to recognize a user, identity, and protect the system. This is more about the authentication for login and everything. Then the second one is G1.2. The system stores the vendor data for account, product, and service access. This is how they manage the vendor's data information. And the next one is G1.3, contract monitoring to verify your contracts are being fulfilled. So this is how the client and the vendors make a contract. And also related with G1.4, managing the procurement of the goods and the services needed, which is how the sales will be doing between the clients and the vendors. And the last one is the G1.5, performance monitoring applications to identify, collect, monitor, and report a system vendor's operation health, which is how they know whether it is active or not active. Yeah. Then now we proceed. Go the composition diagram. This is how it's related with each other. Yeah. I will pass to Syazwani.
Okay, thank you, Helmi. Okay, I will explain about the use case diagram. And they have five subsystem and 10 use case, which is for authentication subsystem, we involve login and manage admin account, while for vendor data management subsystem will involve manage vendor details and will approve and use case and approve registration form use case. Okay, next for contract management subsystem will involve generic contract report, manage and implement contract deadlines use case. And next for procurement management subsystem will involve for manage purchase order and purchase order. Last but not least, performance monitoring subsystem will involve view dashboard use case and have 5 actors involved in system. Okay, next we move to domain class diagram. They have 9 class used in the system, which is namely as scheduling, contract, purchase order, document, user role, employee, vendor, and scheduling time type. All these class we used in our system in database. Okay, thank you. Next.
Okay, thank you, Syazwani. So this particular system also have dependencies on particular interfaces. Namely, currently we have hardware interfaces for the server. So we deploy this particular system as a web-based. So we put it in the cloud. We are using Google Cloud Platform. So the OS of the server, we are using Ubuntu Linux 22.04 long-term support, which has a very good security features. And then to add on, if we have some sort of denial of service attack, so we have Cloudflare to protect us. And then we have the bandwidth 2 megabyte per second, as this is only for internal usage. So for hardware interfaces, client, so the users can use the laptop or computers, be it the operating system can be Windows, Mac, or Linux. So they can access the system via browser, Chrome, Firefox, Opera. And they can access this particular system just using 2 GB RAM, no problem. Low CPU, gigahertz 1.6, as well as low storage, 64 GB. Next one is the software interface. In order to run this particular software, so we have MySQL as our database. We also have document management system using Mayan, so all the documents will be stored there. And then in order to run our application, as we use our system, we use PHP. So we have the PHP Fast CGI Process Manager, as well as the web server using the Nginx to actually serve the application or the system via the web. Next, we have the communication interfaces. So we only allow HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, to ensure the data is encrypted. We don't allow HTTP. And then for the file transfer to upload or download, we're using the file transfer protocol. So back to you, Farah.
Okay, so to complete this presentation, we are going to proceed with the live demo session.
Assalamualaikum and very good evening, Dr. Noraini. So my name is Helmi. I will present about the executive module profile only. So this is our login interface. As you can see, they need to put the email or username and also the password. And for me, it's executive. Then I will proceed with the password. Alright, this is our dashboard for the executive. And you can see my name and also all the purchase order documents and everything, how the performance monitoring would be like. Then this is the top contracts, this is the graph, and also the transaction between the vendors. And for the executive, they have like special features, which is the scheduler alert. So it will alert the user whether the contract is going to expire or not. All right. Then for the managed vendor, it will show the status, which is it active, inactive, and also new vendors. And for the executive, you're able to approve the vendors whether you're going to be accepted or not. All right, then the vendor is approved by you. Then that's all for the vendors. And also the managed contract. For the managed contract, it's able to add a new contract. So the contract name is everything, then create, and if shares congratulations, the new contract is being created. And also the same as the managed vendors. It shows the total contracts, valid contracts, and also expired contracts. And it was also able to manage it. And the next one is the purchase order. For the purchase order, it's only monitor because purchase order can be approved by the finance only. So this is how we look like. And last one is the log. Alright, I think that's also a demonstration for me. Thank you. I will continue with self-reflection for myself. Then the first one is what I did. On my side, I work on the vendor data management. Various requirements were identified and must be fulfilled. More about the detail of the vendors like vendor name, address, and SSN number. Second one is what have I enjoyed. What I appreciate learning was the investment of the system management and how it will interact with one another. We can see that the system modules are functioning and working together in the same system. The next one is what have I found difficult. What I found difficult was imagining and thinking about the use case specifications in conjunction with activity diagrams. Both normal and enhanced having differences. And the next one is what really worked. What worked well with this system was the ability to display a prototype of the performance monitoring dashboard. In my demonstration, you can see how well the system presentation on dashboard menu. Lastly, the conclusion. This RESM course taught me more about developing a system from scratch and demonstrate my determination to complete all the requirements that must be documented. I'm hoping to use all that I've learned in my final year project. Thank you.